There a lot going on?
Bunch of disruptions, and my room gets pretty damn hot. Hey, Noodle. What do you mean? Okay. Take your time.
Under there. Okay, now you can hear me. Hello.
Hello?
I can always hear you.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, but for some reason the stream. Also, I turned up my mic on stream, so hopefully I sound a little louder because my fan is loud as hell.
I have two fans running in my room because it's so damn hot.
How hot is it right now?
I have to check. But I know that my room tends to be the hottest room in the house because of little to no ventilation, and it's a fairly small room.
I feel that I am the hottest and the coldest part of the room because I'm the attic.
That and my only window has partial roofing, and it has a tar roofing, and I get the setting sun, and it faces the setting sun, so I get all the heat if I even open the window.
Fun. Alright. Well, welcome back, everyone. Let me make sure the stream... Yep. Dude. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we are finally going to finish this godforsaken trial.
We're gonna find out who the demon is.
I wonder who it could... This is Scooby-Doo.
The off-brand Joker.
With Mr. 2, aka Ben Clay, the best Baroque Works character. Besides Phoebe, obviously, and, Robin. Alright!
Court is back in session for the trial of Fabian Tender.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
Athena Sykes, assistant defender, is ready too, Your Honor. Just swoop. I still can't speak French. I still can't.
As true as ever, I see. And in French, no less. And the wheel do prosecution? Very well, then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There will be no more of your funny business this time, Professor Prosecutor Blackquill.
I am no clown. I'm Batman.
Now, your ultimate opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle it.
Looks like the judge is really bringing it today.
He probably realized how Blackwell played him.
Unlike most things.
That's like one mean game of Simon Says.
Yeah, His Honor has to fight to defend his honor today.
You probably got the notes from the Canadian judge.
Yeah, Canadian judge is best judge. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement.
I have? I don't know if I'd say that. Maybe I should get some more lessons from the Canadian judge.
Isn't the Canadian judge like his brother or something?
Yeah.
But it doesn't beat the Japanese and the British judge from The Great Ace Attorney. We got literal Santa Claus. Anyway. Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes the last time you gave the opening statement. That was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you have been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court. The one thing you could not possess.
Crown jewels of the court? Volcanicity?
Now, at long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly
He's just being
refuse?
lazy.
No. Would you please do the opening statement? No.
Oh, so you wouldn't mind being lazy then?
Yes. I'll make a special exception, just this once, twice.
Here we go again.
Yep, more Blackwell's bullshit. It ain't mind games, it is bullshit.
I see your gavel, Judge, but you're saying things. Well, in that case, I might as well go ahead and say, fuck you, weeaboo, I'll do it anyway.
Mhm.
In yesterday's action, we learned the shocking truth that the victim Alderman Rex Cuby, was the amazing Miles Tails Prower. We also learned that the amazing Miles Tails Prower was a key figure in the yokai countries and anti-merger protest. And further revealed that upon learning Rex Cuby's secret identity, Parada, Mayor Team Tenma moored on him.
Cat, what are you doing?
The fact that,
Sorry.
and the only people locked in the room was Cat. The defense proposed an existence of the hypothetical third party, but further investigations revealed no proof of the third party.
I am not touching anything.
You sent it to autoplay.
Did I? Where? Okay, there we go. I'm so sorry.
Did I say something wrong?
No, you were talking too fast, that's all. That was quite astonishing. You've truly outdone yourself this time.
Oh, one more thing to boast about my grandchild.
Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events. It didn't say auto when he was doing it, but whatever. Anyway.
Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify.
Please, can we get this over with? The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Oh, we're talking about Jinxie first. Well, does that not depend some sort of explanation?
The feathers and traps. Weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed?
That was but an act to protect his daughter.
Oh,
I'm staring at my cat,
of
making sure he's
course.
not
I hadn't
over.
suspected as much.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, bitch. You better lay down nice and comfy. There you go. Alright. Wait, did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance? His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinxie Tenma. The prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture. Would you care for some witness testimony then? Can we bring him out right now? For I'm ready to prove that the little scamp is the one behind the Tenbataro farce. Witness testimony. I'll bet he means Filch and that creep LaBelle, Mr. 2.
Well then. Bailiff, would you bring in our finest witness? Or as I like to call him, the witless. Mr. Filch, you made quite a hasty exit yesterday. So that it doesn't happen again. See that it doesn't happen again.
Been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine.
Indeed. And he managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. And
Like those amateurs could ever nab me. Ah! Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place. Ooh, kinky. Anyway. No, please. I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running. Your statement now. Yes, sir, Mr. Blackhead, sir.
She may lead a hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackquill.
Yeah, Blackquill doesn't strike me as the give-up easy type.
He's the type that says subs are better than dubs every time.
Yes.
Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please.
It's not a preference, it is mandatory!
Specifically the true nature of the yokai you saw in the manor shortly after the crime.
The crime. Tenmataro's really that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the Tenmataro I saw was just a little thing about her size. But the little run had a big old staff, I seen it. When she came into the foyer. Bet you she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. And she was gonna use it to wallop me on the account of my fierce reputation. I just know it. Thankfully, I checked back on the stream so I could remember what happened.
So Tenmataro was short in stature. And that's because it was Jinxie Tenma all along?
You betcha. Besides, well, the rest in the manor were all taller than her. She a little baby. Feigning height is but an easy thing. I am a giant. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short. What if the Tenmataro impersonator was walking on their knees? There weren't no knee walking. I've seen it myself.
Then perhaps the yokai was Miss Tenma after all.
All monsters are naught but tricks, either of the mind or the cheap parlor variety.
So you're saying she created an illusion like one of those magic eye things that let people copy shit?
Yes, I think. I think that's a reference I don't get. Precisely.
Naruto.
Okay, Rasengan! Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take the fellow in the cell next to me. Each night he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees. When in truth, it was simply the janitor. He killed the janitor in cold blood. His name was Michael Myers.
Merry Christmas! Prosecutor Blackquill, just give up the ghost literally.
The janitor's deathly complexion and all-white attire are no doubt partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that. That actually sounds like a real ghost to me.
Now, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Alright, real quick, Judge, let me make sure. Alright, everything is still going as smooth as possible. There's that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, Tenmataro I saw was just a little thing about her size. I take it you got a good look at how tall the Tenmataro impersonator was? Yeah, you betcha. I get a habit of sizing people up. I don't like the sound of that. I can even give you a primer on how to pull it off, all under the table match. I got a knack for figuring out where people's pockets are, how much money they have, sorry. I size them real good before I relieve them of the streets. He just admitted to being a pickpocket right here in court.
So witness hold this Tenmataro entered the foyer.
Darn tootin', right I do. The little runt had a big old staff. Seen it when she came into the foyer. Well, you're not gonna brush it all off by claiming the perp was short. Must have hit a raw nerve, cause ya ain't that tall yourself. Look who's talking, Mr. I gotta stand on a box just to testify. Anyway, Mr. Filch, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say the Tenmataro you saw had a staff? Cross my heart, hope to die. I know, cause it went a jingle and a jangle. And where do you suppose that staff came from? The staff, you say? Well, How do you know they were in the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
It would seem that Tenmataro was, in fact, not this innocent little girl. Huh? How do you figure that? You claimed the Tenmataro you saw had one of those stabs from the Forbidden Chamber. But it would have been impossible for Miss Tenma to get a hold of one. Excuse me.
To elaborate, Mr. Justice?
Yes! The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber. What's this? This key was deep into the mayor's stomach when Miss Tenma discovered the crime scene. Don't ask how he got it. I don't know if he passed it out or... Anyway, so you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Tenmataro seen holding that staff could not have been Jixi Tenma. Ugh! Ah!
But then who does the defense believe was impersonating Tenmataro?
Our Tenmataro impersonator is none other than Mayor Tenma's aide! Please, let me just say it already! Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek? Yes, in fact, I can! Boom! We're jumping straight into it! Alright!
Well, very well. Let's see where this defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof the true identity of Tenmataro.
Take that! We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. And we know that whoever was Tenmataro took one of the stabs out in there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for.
But, Mr. Justice, how do you propose the identity of the hand cream's owner?
I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who it belongs to.
Interesting. They expect to find the yokai print there.
Oh,
Well,
wow, okay, we're doing recess
I
already?
hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint results.
No need for that, Your Boldness. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. Okay.
You called Professor Blackwell?
Can anyone be more whipped? Smitten? Fulbright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes.
Your wish is my command, lover.
Yes.
Very well, then. I guess we'll just wait right here. Kawaiiga, Takehimi, Oroke, Torai Style Games.
It would seem the fingerprints analysis is complete.
What does the results show?
What in the world? They're Florent LaBelle's prints, aren't they? This is absurd! Prosecutor? I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Don't tell me. They're Tenmataro's print.
Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to... the judge! Phineas Filch.
Objection!
Alright, I have a... Wait! What? What?
Then Mr. LaBelle wasn't the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Why, you tricksy little tanuki? Explain yourselves now! Sure, then put some on! I mean, I did pill for that hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after all. So you're the one who went to the Forbidden Chamber? So what if I did? Got a problem with it? Ah! Squaw! You fool of a tanuki! Haha, I get that reference. Ah!
Order! Order! Mr. Justice, can you explain what this could mean?
Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber, Wait a second. Ah! Does this mean the Tamataro holding that staff was Phineas? Ah! Another cat out of the bag. Oh, okay.
Mr. Filch is Tamataro.
What? I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer? No. He was the diversion.
The witness will explain himself this instant.
Begging your pardon, Your Honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me. He wanted me to be Tamataro in the village exorcism ritual. Oh, you mean that event at the Ninetales Vale Festival? So that was you inside the Tamataro costume. Yeah? And after the event, I went to watch that pro wrestling program. I bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers. So we didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match. That's when I looked at the Tamataro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell me it's me while I'm wearing it. And because of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the village won't say a word.
In other words, use superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible.
Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place? Because the treasure in there. There was a big chance to sneak on and nab it. Treasure? Yeah, only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Says there's an amazing treasure in there. He went in there not knowing his grandfather already pilfered it.
Guess that's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson.
Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? It was the other vent! There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in. I could through an air vent in the foyer. There's another air vent. The vents lift to the alderman's picture. I went on in and made a nice little hole. Use that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber, I did. You what?
But how is that even possible? Wait a sec.
It was the door.
Remember that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct.
Took a lot of spoons to get in there.
And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent.
So, Tamataro is nothing more than a cat burglar, or rather, a tanuki burglar. We're back to the being without anyone to charge for Mr. Alderman's murder.
Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker.
Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer? I got out of that costume right quick. Would you just cause trouble at that point? And where is that costume now? Heck if I know. And it ain't my fault if you never find it. The police searched every nook and cranny. Heh. No yokai costume was left in that manor.
Not
What if it
even
was
my butt.
tossed outside the manor. Ah! No way! But maybe, just maybe.
The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, go on, Mr. Justice.
Do you remember someone called Lotta Hart? Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume? And yeah?
Take that!
Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor. You think I tossed it out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. So why would I go do something like that? I can think of a few reasons.
Any bright ideas, Apollo?
Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, then the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch, I have just the evidence for you. You do? Do I? This evidence proves you got rid of your Tamataro costume through the window.
Newspaper?
Yeah.
Take that!
Oh, okay. That's Tamataro flying through the sky.
And just how does this prove Mr. Flip threw his costume out the window to be naked?
It's quite simple. That's not Tamataro in the photo, it's the costume Mr. Filch threw out. Oh, that's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you? There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Tamataro really was a flight of fancy.
What?
Can we get to Mr. 2 now, please?
Oh my! There really never was a yokai.
Oh, shucks, I can't keep any of them cats bagged. I'll still file a claim for the lost costume. This more than proves the defense's position. Jinxie Tenma had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting.
Care to raise any objections, Professor Blackton?
None whatsoever. I'll deal with that tricksy Tanuki after I've dealt with this case. We did it!
Good going. Now all we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand.
Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? That's a euphemism for something. What? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber? Through the vent. Probably the same way he got in. Through the chamber's air vent. And what if the feathers and tracks in the scene of the crime? Which suggests that Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
They did a whole switcheroo thingy. But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. Right? Someone on the outside opened the door for you, isn't that right? Yep, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open. Hold it! Sprung right open. Who was on the other side? Didn't get a good look on account of the sun glare.
Like how the reflection from my head lit.
I'm sorry, your butt?
Moviegoer emerging from the dark.
That's when I snatched that staff and made my daring escape. And then that little maid gal spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall.
That means the Forbidden Chamber wasn't opened until after the crime was discovered.
But wait, we still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox Chamber.
Objection!
Please let me say it! Well, you little Tanuki, when the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there? Nope, only one. There was the alderman, and he was dead as a doornail. And the accused wasn't there. What do you suppose he was up to? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going.
Don't tell me!
We're gonna drag this on for as long as possible. Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused Damien Tenma. Ah!
Wait a second. There had to be somebody else besides Mayor Tenma there.
Really? And who would that be?
Oh, well, that would be...
Shut up!
Would you let me talk?
No! It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence.
I didn't forget. I was just testing your attention to details.
Besides, you can't prove your point without some sort of proof. It's a proven fact. Where's your proof?
Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again.
No, Athena, we're definitely on something here.
We are?
Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. AKA Mr. 2. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand. Someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up. Not that insufferable.
Very well. The court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer adds up?
It was Bobby Fulbright. No.
Why, that's the defendant's aide, Joker.
No, it's his name's Bon Clay. Anyway.
But did he claim he was Bon Clay in the foyer at the time of the crime?
No, true. But in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, we all know now Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at that time. In short, Mr. LaBelle's alibi has disappeared! Ugh! Florent LaBelle alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch? I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here neither. It was all Mr. 2's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking into the Forbidden Chamber, and in return, he said he'd vouch for each other's alibis.
You, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime, you know.
Oh, shucks. Mercy, your honorships, mercy. Scraw! I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Mr. 2. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be a complete fabrication.
I see. We will take a 20-minute recess.
Damn, we are breezing through this.
After which time we'll see what Mr. LaBelle has to say for himself.
Yes! Yes! We're finally going to drag that slippery snake onto the stand. Please.
In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these two allegations he clearly cannot escape from.
And they've already committed perjury, so both of them are committing perjury.
We did it! We finally dragged Mr. LaBelle into court!
Yeah!
Hey, why the long face?
I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to mount a counterattack.
You really are a worrywart, aren't you? It'll be fine! That mystery figure who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Filch had to have been Florent LaBelle.
I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though.
At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle's up next, so chin up, Apollo.
Damn, that was a quick 20 minutes. What else am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, now he is the Joker.
What is back in faction? Our next witness is...
All he needs is the red lipstick. Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter.
It seems the witness is predisposed at the moment.
Surely you jest. I will hold you to your promise, remember that. Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Bon Clay, Mr. 2, personal aide to Mirutemba, or should I say the accused. I think the poor mayor hasn't suffered enough. Well, what business do you have with me? I'm a very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Your boldness.
Alright. I have. Mr. 2's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi. And for that reason, you can go dig out with Batman. You're suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand.
To think I'd be associated with this entire lurid affair. Well, I'm not, so I may go now. I have very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
Shut up! I don't think so, Mr. 2. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed?
Witness, you're being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air.
Fine. The truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry! You think this is funny? Because I'm not laughing. Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the time of the crime? Peasant! How dare you accuse me? One of the beautiful people of being.
Stop stalling and tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence.
Shut up! Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past. Swords? What swords? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye of cowardly heart. The battlefield hath no place for ye. Again? Oh my. Oh my, slice me up, daddy. So much for stirring your shackles. Ah! Those chains hindered my vow that heads would rule this day. It's a really good song, by the way. Heads will rule. This gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning. Will the witness please deliver the accused to death kneel? You know what I speak. Most certainly. The goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him. Whatever he has to say can't be good. As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox Chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream. What? Then, drumroll please, he saw Mayor Tenma opening the forbidden chamber doors. But there you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by our one Phineas Filch, was the accused. There has never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime. Startling sounds bad. The mayor, who was barely conscious much of this. Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed the alderman. That's right, the mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. Well, that's not good.
Order! Order in the court! This is quite conclusive testimony as it stands.
Just so. And quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned of this fact during the recess. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last, considering it a gift from me to you.
No way. I don't believe Mr. LaBelle heard the mayor confess.
But if this is really true, did Mayor Tenma really confess?
It is indeed. During the last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess.
This testimony seems quite favorable for the prosecution.
Shut up! This is LaBelle. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right. And I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Tenma's conviction gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense.
Well, it seems our witness is very busy man, so let's get right to his testimony. Mr. LaBelle, please tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime.
Alright, second yawn. Alright. Mr. LaBelle? Mr. Petty LaBelle? I was in the hallway hiding in the shadows. That's when I heard the confession. Upon learning of her father's crimes, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Immediately after that, the mayor came too, slowed up and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. In shock, I fled down the hallway to the right, to the one with the phone at the end. Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah. I must say, it's quite a shocking revelation that the testimony was bullshit.
Yes.
Quite unexpected. To think the defendant really confessed that LaBelle is a whiny little bitch.
Anyway.
Do you realize you should have not withheld that crucial testimony from the court?
Ah? Once again, sorry. It's just, I feared being accused of I mentioned coming upon the most unpleasant scene. Why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy?
We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty.
As a death row inmate once told me in years gone by, there is a time to fight and a time to yield. A time to live and a time to die. Is that from Metal Gear Solid?
Possibly.
Lolly lule lo. Lolly lule lo. He's laying it on real thick now. Lolly lule lo.
The defense may now cross-examine. Lead witness.
Alright. Don't we have Jinx's whole account? Yeah. Alright, I know where I'm going. Alright, no pressing. We die like men. No, Beta, we die. Jinx without even noticing me. Oh, crap. Now where exactly? She called the police, like, right after she found the scene of the crime. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison. So it should be the last statement.
Objection!
Boom! I'm a genius. Florent LaBelle, you're lying about having witnessed these events from the hallway. Huh? What did that do mean? Voicing all these characters making my throat arch.
You care to fill the rest of us, Mr. Justice?
Mr. LaBelle had really... If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma. What's this? After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then after making her call, she went back to the main hallway. Whereupon she encountered the demon yokai, or whatever you want to call it. As for me, I call it Phineas Flinch in a Tenma Taro costume. The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for Mr. 2, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter...
Yes, the two paths would have crossed.
Right, except Miss Tenma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you in the hall because you were never really there. Oh! My eyes! My beautiful eyes! My eyes! Not such a fabulous sin now, is it?
Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor's witness.
Oh my god, he was hiding behind a door! Oh my god.
If he was lying, then where would he have heard it?
Inside the box chamber! Where else?
Isn't that the very scene of the crime?
It is, Your Honor. And that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time in Minecraft. What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you?
Silence.
Shut up! Foolish fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth barred. Prosecutor Blackwood, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sights here save for my coal-steely edge of judgment. You are alone upon this battlefield, but not but your lies in sickly sweet perfume. Whoa. What just happened? Buckle's really tearing him up and he got a little hotter? I mean, you heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? For the sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and the Tanuki, without either of them noticing you were right there in the fox chamber. Oh my. So that's how it's going to be. Fine, I'll come clean then. Seriously? You admit to being there in the fox chamber? I do! I did get to the room after the murder. And I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself. It's called masking, bitches. You'd better explain yourself, Mr. Petty LaBelle. Yes, of course! I was just about to get to that.
Goodness, it's getting on thin ice. I'll remind you that perjury is a very serious crime.
Death? No.
And let's hear your testimony again. This time without your perfume of lies.
Alright. I did enter the fox chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie had heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. No, he hid behind the door. When I was there up close, it was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen. He was behind the door!
Kinda. Green? I believe you would be spotted if you were there.
Exactly. You got a very prominent shadow, honey.
I would believe you would...
Sorry. Just so he could see everything without being spotted by the victim or that Tanuki filch. Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to the events rather than an actual third party. Oh, this guy's as slippery as an eel.
Apollo, you think he's telling the truth?
Well, he was in the fox chamber, so at least that much is true.
The defense may cross-examine our slightly voyeuristic witness.
That is a kind of gay, but okay. Alright. After the murder, no you didn't, bitch. But I didn't enter until after Jinxie entered the confection and left. I had the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen. Wait a second! Why did you hide yourself? Oh my! So you do understand! I do. By hiding, I was concealing my fabulous beauty, which for the sake of the universe is something I should never ever do. That's what you were thinking, right? I'm sensing a black hole of egocentricity forming around the witness stand. We can deliberate his mental process another time. Get on with the testimony now! Well, regarding the murder scene... Oh! What I saw there up close was absolutely horrifying. I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen. You weren't behind the screen, though. You were behind a door! Mayor had been knocked out by a blow to the head. Could he really have opened the forbidden chamber in that state? Well, it did seem difficult. He was all woozy and stumbling around as he opened it. Just such a heroic effort that I immediately started to cheer him on despite myself. I think the mayor needed medical attention more than a cheerleader.
You think he's telling the truth about being there in that room?
I believe he was there. The question is, when did he enter?
You mean, did he enter after Jinxie fled? Or was he there before the murder? If it's the latter, that would change everything.
Right, if he was there before the murder, that would make him a suspect.
But how do we go about proving that?
Well, I guess we ask him what happened to there. Oh, wait, let's press him and see what kind of info we can extract from him.
Let's cross our fingers that he says or reveals something incriminating.
Alright, this is the first time the game's like, alright, press everything.
Hold it.
Why didn't you enter right away? And ruin my designer shoes? Your shoes. Even now, just thinking about getting blood on my fabulous footwear sends chills down my spine. That's why I hesitated.
That's terrible. A man was dying and another injured and you're worried about your shoes?
Let's get some shares. Need I remind you, this is a court of law. They're not teaching morality here. We have schools of etiquette and the like for such trivial pursuits. That's a good game, by the way. Trivial Pursuit, I think. Now you listen to me, you deceptive dandy. Gets to the point and be quick about it. Yes, well, I was there in the fox chamber, but... I heard the man groan and hid behind the folding screen there.
Hold it.
Ah! Why in the world would you enter that grisly crime scene? Why? Because I was worried sick! I had to attend my suit! In what? It was designed personally by me. I was worried my work of art might get blood on it. This man clearly has his priorities in order. Okay, let's get this over with, shall we? Now, where was I? Oh yes, so I entered the fox chamber almost without thinking. Enter, I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen.
Hold it.
Ah! Could you describe the crime scene in a bit more detail? What exactly would you like details about? Oh, what would I like to ask about? The Forbidden Chamber. Was it open? Could you please describe the Forbidden Chamber at the time? It was shut tight until the mayor opened it. He's really trying to stress that it was the mayor who opened the Forbidden Chamber.
That big liar, he opened it himself.
Well, it looks could kill a bell would be toast.
Mr. Justice, do you consider this statement to be of any importance?
Because I have to say, because he swallowed the key, so... The key... Let's say it's very important. I assume I can change this. I have a feeling it is. Let's add it to the testimony, just in case. The Forbidden Chamber was shut tight until the mayor opened it.
Objection!
Nope, okay. Let's ignore this real quick. Shh.
Who, me?
Oh, what do you make of this objection of his?
Oh, I don't know if I should,
I have no patience for... That looks like a word that I'm not going to say. Vagaries? No answer my question.
the defense's objection was clearly misguided.
Bravo, nicely done.
Oh ho ho! If thieves are misguided attorney, it's a penalty, bitch.
Cool. The Forbidden Chamber was shut tight until the mayor opened it. No, it wasn't! You're lying about the mayor opening the Forbidden Chamber, aren't you? In a sense, yes, it could be seen as a lie. Oh wait, so you admit it? In this world riddled with deceit, my beauty is the only self-evident truth. That is to say, all else except me is but fiction and lies. The nerve of this guy's testimony is riddled with lies. Looks like I won't be getting anything useful out of this statement. Okay, gotcha. Alright, next, alright.
Hold it.
Let's see the feathers and tracks instead. What do you remember of the yokai feathers and tracks? They resulted when Tenmataro exited the Forbidden Chamber. He came out in quite a rush, scattering feathers this way and that. Did you immediately know it was Mr. Filch? I did, and that's why I suggested we cook up our alibis together. Because we besties. How did those practice sessions go? They were nearly the death of me. Filch has to be the worst student ever.
He really doesn't think he's done anything wrong, does he? the...
All rich people be like that, though. Is it important? Let's say yes. Because the door would have to be open because there were feathers in the Forbidden Chamber. The yokai feathers and tracks weren't there before it was open. They were left there by Mr. Filch, weren't they? They were, indeed. And it was quite a shock when I saw that yokai.
And imagine how terrifying it must have been to see this face emerging from the darkness.
Man, I feel. Nah, this is an attack against people with dark-ass bags. Anyway, okay, so he's not even reality TV grade handsome. Can we move on now?
Apollo, you think that statement's important?
I don't think there's anything practically unusual there, so let's keep going. The door would have to be... Yokai feathers weren't there before the fush. Is this where I present the key?
Objection!
This is not where I present the key. Let's ignore okay, everyone shh. One does not such shameless behavior that often.
Penalty for a shameless attorney.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up, consult? Oh, right.
I can't flag any inconsistencies.
Haven't been any contradictions in the testimony so far? That can mean only one thing.
Time to press the witness.
What to get to the testimony we need? Let's press the heck out of any statements that stick out. Should I do about the weapon? Oh, I can't present anything anymore. Oh, wow. Yokai feather tracks weren't there before.
Hold it!
I'm knocked out. Is it the murder? I don't think we need the murder weapon. That's absolutely horrifying.
Hold it!
Did we care about the murder weapon? Could you describe the state of the weapons that had been used at the scene? The spear had been thrusted all the way through Alderman QB. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Bitch. Bitch, you thought. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Then there was that statue the Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Tenma. That incredibly inspiring symbol that had fallen to the floor. Alright, the statue. Why did he find it inspiring? How do you know it was? Why exactly did you find that statue inspiring? Oh? Well, when I saw that statue, I felt as if the merger had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between a town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill. A broken statue next to a bloody corpse. Real inspiring. Do we consider this important? Now I do. I believe that to be extremely important. I request it be added to his testimony. A statue had fallen to the floor. It was a token of goodwill celebrating the municipal merger. It was in the freaking... Jinxie.
Objection!
Shut up! Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. 2. What possibly could you mean? You said the statue was like a celebration of union between town and village. Isn't that correct? It is indeed. But what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill. As if they were celebrating the municipal merger. Something the matter. So, how do you really know that this statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again? What? Justice Dono, explain yourselves, and make it quick. This statue was meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form, but there was a secret. A secret? What do you mean? What I mean is that it broke when someone used it to strike Mayor Tenma on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out. Whew! The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside the locked room. For Miss Tenma is the only living soul who should know what it once looked like. So, Mr. Dew, where could you have possibly seen the statue in its original form? What do you mean, where? The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form. Right there, in the room, where the alderman was murdered before it was broken. How dare you!
Damn. Mr. Justice, are you accusing the witness of some sort of crime?
Murder! Yes, yes I am. Florence LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Alderman Rex Cuby. Ah! Ba, 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 ba.
Order in the court. Mr. LaBelle? You've been accused of murder.
Order!
Do you have anything to say in defense?
How could you possibly accuse me, the embodiment of beauty?
Way to go, Apollo! This is the conclusive evidence we need. Magnifico!
We've got you now! We know you killed the alderman, now admit it! Say it!
Silence.
Shut up! Enough of your silly games, Justice Dono! This prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer.
Objection.
Shut up! What are you talking about? His alibi has already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence.
Why could he have Why could he have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? After all, he was close friends with the alderman. Ergo. Yes, that's right! I clearly remembered it now. Alderman Kirby told me about it. About what the statue actually looks like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that.
Silence.
I'm turning into a surfer dude from SpongeBob. Moreover, it's already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime.
It has?
Forgotten, have we? Recall the little scamp statement, if you will, when Jinxie Tenma unlocked the Fox chamber. She saw the alderman and the mayor collapse therein, and no one else. He was behind the door!
Uh-oh.
Dang it. The fact is, it was you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florence LaBelle could not possibly have been in that locked room. No! I'm throwing up. I just don't get it. How could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle? He was behind. He was behind the door. Proofs is incontrovertible. No room for debate exists. Am I not right? Your baldness.
It does seem awfully conclusive. The fact points to the victim and the defendant and the victim being the only people in that locked room. Moreover, the defendant has already
Objection.
No, he hasn't?
Nope.
Silence.
Oh my god. Shut up! You cannot defend the indefensible. Your role in this charade is over, Justice Dono. But... Your boldness. This trial would last an eternity if it were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons. It is high time you brought down the hammer of justice.
Quite well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict.
No! No! Hold it! Oh. Scraw! It would seem that my time is at hand. Mayor Tenma? Counselor, there is a matter to which I must testify. I recall it now only for your good graces. Counselor? Oh, right, he must be me. He's finally remembered what happened before that blow to his head. Bailiff, don't just stand there. Seize him. It's no good. I can't restrain him. Squall! Know me in despair, for I am Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai. Well, not the weirdest thing in this courtroom scene.
Justice, do something.
Since when am I responsible for court security?
Apollo, this is our chance. We might get some new information out of him.
Your Honor! Your client has something new to say. I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he is a yokai.
When you put it that way,
Okay.
I still believe.
You do believe.
Testimony by yokai is unprecedented in the legal world.
Unprecedented and absurdity, more like. Can he plead insanity?
Alright then, Mr. Damien Tenma, or should I say, Tenmatara? Your testimony, please.
I shall now speak of recollections most real, courtesy of my host, Damien Tenma. Heed these words, mortals, for hear them once you shall. Squirrel! I have the burps, sorry.
Bird up.
Bird up! Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly, two yokai did appear. On one side, I, Tenmataro, ruler of demon kind. And the other one, my mortal enemy, the nine-tailed fox. Oh, damn, that was short.
Is the defending asserting that he was very dark at the very time?
Strange that it may be, yes indeed. All was in darkness. And the part about Tenmataro and the nine-tailed fox being there. Yes, that too! Tenmataro towered overhead, and the nine-tailed fox glittered gold. Ah! Squirrel! I call animal abuse, Your Honor! It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted. Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy. As if half-dreamt. That happening lingers in his mind.
Apollo, maybe I can help here.
Really? Oh, you mean...
Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart.
Boop, 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 boop.
Whatever is in his heart.
Usual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event.
Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us again. Alright. Oh wow, that's a great photo. Barely conscious was it was Damien amid the darkness. I'm sorry, I Tenmataro, ruler of demon kind. Hold up, hey, hold up.
Got it!
Got it! When the nine-tailed fox appeared, not only experiencing shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well. Joy? Perhaps it was joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking did pierce the silence, and then there was light. Oh. On reflection, it was a door that did produce that infernal racket. A creaking door. Oh! You must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise.
So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described?
I think I know. You mentioned darkness and Tenmataro towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox Chamber at the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be... what? Huh? What? It'd be in the room? He was in the room.
Take that!
Mayor Tenma, the darkness you were in was right here! You claim I was there? That's just because your memory is still hazy. further reflection, I believe that. You're gravely misguided! Huh?
She means you got that one wrong, Apollo.
Alright, let's think that one over again. Are we saying he was in the what? What was...
Maybe.
Don't tell me he was in the fucking air ducts. I was gonna...
Take that!
No, okay. Okay! Whew. Are we saying... Oh, that makes no sense. Why is he in the chamber?
Take that!
The Forbidden Chamber! Is it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur? Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's doors opening. And the towering Tenma you saw most likely the Forbidden Chamber statue! That we explain it. That... The darkness and staff of the demon's grasps. I am I'm...
But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox?
Maybe he was seeing things. Just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai.
Fantastico, Apollo. It's entirely possible. In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events.
Misremember, you say? Let me think. Ah! I do believe I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was... The amazing Miles Tails powers! What? The amazing Miles power? At first, this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, most clearly do I recall it. 'Twas the amazing Ninetales who did open the Forbidden Chamber's doors. Wait, hold up, real quick. Okay, never mind. All right. So, I'm sorry I asked.
The amazing Miles Tails Prowler? But that was the victim, Alderman QB, right?
Yeah. Why would he open the Forbidden Chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed?
Never mind that. This is completely new information. Loading.
Gotta jam out.
Let me enter it in and run an update.
Boop, 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 boop. I love this pose, just... I want a PNG of that. Amid the darkness, a mighty statue of Tamataro loomed overhead. Suddenly the door did open and I was shut. He was naked! Good gravy, he was naked!
Got it!
Oh, no, okay. Oh, wait, why would he be sad?
Really? You sure about that?
Yeah, can't you see it? Maybe if you look really hard? Maybe if you squint?
Apollo, this isn't a game of Where's Emo?
So I'm way off.
At least make an effort next time.
Okay, let me try again. It's the sadness one. Why are you still sad?
Got it!
Why are you sad? When the amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy. But didn't you also feel shock and sadness? Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that matter. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicably washed over me. Tell me this dude also did, like, MMA wrestling as... Anyway, cape of red?
Apollo, we've reduced the noise level. Oh, but there's still a little left.
Man, Tenma, why were you sad when you saw the red cape? Why indeed? What could this mean?
I guess his memory is still a little spotty. I know because his latest recollection contradicts the evidence.
Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face.
Something this odd could arise
From his grave?
when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see.
Oh, so it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look out, contradictions. Here comes justice. I'm really cool, guys. Trust. Barely conscious was demon.
Just keep it away from Blacktail Flagstone.
Amid the darkness, suddenly the door did open and a shaft of light. He was wearing a cape, which, okay. Oh, okay, sorry. Still seemed like his memory is really confused.
Yeah, that's because unlike data, memories are living, breathing things. Preconception, illusion, memory overlap, memory repression. Our memories are intimately tied to our psychology and emotions.
So this contradiction is somehow caused by an emotion?
I believe so. There's some deeper meaning here. Let's present some evidence. Maybe it will help jog his memory.
Are we saying the cape was, like blood? Because there is blood on the... Can I... Oops. Let's quickly save real quick. Was it the statue? No. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have a cape. Never mind. Okay, I'm just overthinking things. You said the Amazing Ninetales cape was red. Are you sure about that? Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but... Mayor Tenma? Does this cape look red to you? Oh, it certainly does not look red. Not even a scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation, something around did fill me at yet a hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the Amazing Ninetales is arrayed of a cape of red. So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh? Apparently so, and remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me.
So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all.
It was blood!
Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory.
Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the Amazing Ninetales. What object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? Huh. I know! Could it have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this? Was it the fuck...
Take that!
Was it the statue? Bullets, mortal, do you mock me? What? Sorry. I'm afraid I have no recollection of seeing such an item. You must cease this practice of leaping before looking. Sorry. That was a human demon double punch.
Apollo, think of something that's red and can produce a feeling of sadness.
Drugs. I don't know.
The crime photo?
That's all that blood.
And take a good look at the evidence again.
Take that!
Okay, there we go. Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be Mr. Tenma? Could it be Mr. Tenma? That's what you saw? Was the alderman's blood? Blood? Yes! It was blood! Ah! Ah! He's going Super Saiyan! It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the Amazing Ninetales, the alderman's bloody body.
Eek!
Bye-bye.
His noise level's down to 0. I think he's remembered everything now.
Does this mean the Amazing Ninetales killed Alderman QB? Oh, dear God.
But the Alderman was the amazing Miles Tails Prowler, so how exactly would that work?
Hey, I asked you first.
Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated.
It's what I do best. And at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover,
Silence.
he does have the only key. Hoy, don't you think this strange? Little Scamp was already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber, and she said naught about seeing the Amazing Ninetales there. You just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Jinxie didn't see LaBelle there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then?
Would the defense care to share any theories with the court?
A game theory.
Explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's.
Yes? Yes. Yes, I can. I'm gonna call... Yes, I can? Yes, of course! I can explain it! Because if I don't, we're in serious trouble. Not with more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Dono, I shall have your head if you fail to explain this. What about a good old-fashioned penalty? Instant death!
You suggest to see if you have a head-on worth keeping on your shoulders.
First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial in my explanation. So let us consider the following question. If the facts point to Flora LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim and her father, Mayor Tenma?
Very good question.
Oh my god,
indeed.
please don't tell me LaBelle
Have an
dressed...
answer for us.
Please don't tell me LaBelle disguised himself as Tenma. Oh no, I think that's what's gonna happen. Oh god. Sadly, you'd be supposing wrong.
You think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor?
Well, if she did, then the question is, why did she do that?
How about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe that time for questions are over. The defense asserts Flora LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Dixie testified she saw her father there collapse.
If she had in fact misremembered the event, what could have made her do so? Oh, I am right on this, aren't I? It's the fucking... The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Mr. Chu disguised as Damien Tenma. What the fuck are you saying? That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that way with a mere disguise?
Yes, they do have incredibly distinctive faces.
Maybe this disguise completely hid his face?
I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she couldn't see her father's face.
If it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it? Right. Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono. Okay, thank God. Shall I show you what truly Starblade is capable of? I think I'll Ah!
He's
And
using his chain.
And I fucking died.
Are you okay, Apollo?
I'm not fine, am I? Well, not that we have that little fairy tale out of the way. Your baldness, your verdict, if you will.
Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict if you have no further argument.
What's even left for me to do?
Apollo! Remember... Hold on. There's a bar in the way. Remember what Mr. Wright always says. When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down.
I mean, if you squinted hard enough. Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? But I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it. Excuse me.
A wrestler's mask is more precious than its own life. He's never unmasked himself in front of others. But there are mazes where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask roared off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why masks are more important than life itself.
Why was Tenma in the chamber in the first place? Anyway, what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of others. Can these facts turn things around? Ah! Ah! We got it all backwards. Oh, don't tell me. No. I think we might have made a huge mistake. Your boldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof. They never did and they never will.
Then it seems I must have done
No!
my...
No! I do have proof! Shut up! Do you now?
Alright, but this better be good, Mr. Justice.
We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father. Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place. These riddles are inextricably that word linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. The pervasive evidence is clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity. Is it the fucking mask?
Yes.
Take that!
Ah! What absolute claptrap, poppycock! Balderdash! We thought the Alderman was the amazing Ninetales and the mayor was Tenma Taro. That's why we believe the mayor killed the Alderman in his lust for Ninetales' veil, and it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards. Dramatic music play. Mayor Tenma wasn't Tenma Taro at all. He was the amazing Ninetales!
What is this Taco Bell farce?
You best explain yourself, Justice Dono, and from where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion. That's a Pokemon, dipshit. Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetales she saw passed out. Even though unbeknownst to her, it was really Fleur LaBelle in disguise. That's so funny.
Silence.
Her father is secretly a furry, Your Honor. The accused and that deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection!
Remember, Mr. LaBelle has his own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different build, too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence.
It's true. Have you heard of COVID-19? Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection!
I'm losing my voice. A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him. Anime! This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room.
Well, then by all means, Justice, answer for all of us.
First, Mr. Petty LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and the alderman were talking. I suspect he brought him with coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Once the alderman was out cold, kill him. We get anime cutscene. That's when Mr. Petty LaBelle killed him. Next, he took the mayor, who had also drugged into the Forbidden Chamber. Just yeeted him in there, sure. Then he returned to the box chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes. They could fit him, I guess. Excuse me. And completed the disguise by donning the amazing Ninetales mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. Petty LaBelle then let out a scream. The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene.
Yeah, so then... the person who said I killed Alderman QB was...
That's still so funny. That was the Fleur LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence.
This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Objection.
No, you twisted samurai. This time you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Ugh. Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. Petty LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the forbidden chamber. Wait, are we also saying that... No, never mind. Okay. So he could drag the mayor back into the fox chamber. Are we saying he swallowed the key? Wait, I'm confused now. How could he open it if... Anyway.
Oh, so the amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was...
Right. It was Petty LaBelle opening the forbidden chamber. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the forbidden chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch, in his Tenmataro disguise, ran as fast as he could away from the room. So the whole thing was just a coincidence. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the fox chamber.
I see. Well, that simply all does make sense.
Then after dragging the mayor back into the fox chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out of the window and fled the room.
Silence.
This feels like a Danganronpa case right now for how much we're padding and trying to piece it together. For this absurd theory to work, it requires the defendant... It requires that the defendant be the Amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the Amazing Ninetales is preposterous. The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Ninetales. Ugh! This is madness! No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot! No one except a killer as insane as his plot, and I say, Petty LaBelle more than qualifies. Foolish mortals, it is at your own peril that you forget who I am! Shut up! Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Jinxie will be safe as soon as Mr. Petty LaBelle is arrested. You are the Amazing Ninetales, aren't you? Hold it! Huh? You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the Amazing Ninetales.
Objection!
It is me! What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just what I was... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind the Tenmatoro right here and now. What? Why you would dare reveal the secret? Huh? My good friend, the ultimate told me all about it! But wouldn't it be good to expose the truth? What about the superstitions, now would I? The truth behind Tenmataro. What's he talking about? It's the scroll! So go ahead, say it! Say it! I am the Amazing Ninetales, I dare you!
Objection!
God, my voice hurts. Wait! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Tenma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tenmataro a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions. And if the mayor admits to being the Amazing Ninetales, you expose the truth? Right! I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense he made up. So what now, Justice Dono? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle. I'll show you who's useless.
Apollo, don't you dare give up now!
I know! Your Honor, I believe Mr. Petty LaBelle's statements warrants a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of the Amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case.
You do have a point there. Listen, Answer this court, Mr. Bell. Is the defendant the amazing Ninetales or not?
Alright, but before we do,
Go
I need-
feed my dogs.
and I have to go get water because my throat's parched. Alright, we'll not take a break, but we'll be right back real quick. I'll be right back.
I'll be back soon.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, let me quickly take a quick sippy.
Take your time.
We're making quick time. How likely are you to recommend this PC to others, if asked? No one's going on this PC except me. Windows. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma right here and now. And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say. Talk about what... Sorry, I ran up the stairs. Let me breathe real quick. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure.
Honestly, if Bear's gonna be a 10-bot, it's not the amazing Ninetales. I'm afraid I don't see how the defense would have a case here. Plot twist, the judge is actually the amazing
Oh my god, yo, he's yoked! And let's just leave it at that, shall we? By the way, did you see Hades 2 demo? The Hades 2 demo. Did you see it?
Sadly, no. Didn't even know that was a thing.
Hades 2? It was shown up at the Game Awards.
Huh, didn't know.
It looks beautiful, and Hecate is in it, and Hecate is freaking yoked. She's the goddess of alchemy and whatnot.
I know.
We all know Alderman QB was the amazing Ninetales anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start. Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the amazing Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, Petty LaBelle's going to expose the secret behind Tenma Taro. We are so close to know it!
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
I'm so glad for this whole thing we have not looked at any guides so far. I'm saying we're going good. Hold it! This whole case only makes sense if the mayor is the Amazing Ninetales. I know you used his mask to create this illusion of a locked room murder.
Silence.
Nothing more than idle speculation. You've no evidence now, have you?
Objection.
Excuse me. Mr. LaBelle knows what the statue originally looked like. Excuse me. That means he had to be in the box chamber while it was still locked tight. Hold it. Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman Cubie. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, what's that? The Alderman's dead? Looks like the joke's on you, my sweaty little friend. Apollo? Mind if I wring his neck? Wait in line, because I'm going first. Jumper. Anyway. Mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. The only nonsense here in this court is you and your assertion! Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. He looks like one of those people who says, don't smile, you get wrinkles. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help you help with the blossom within your bloom. You liked that, didn't you? Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Oh, sorry. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers. Oh dear, please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wilted attorney here is utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind it. Alright, do it! Do it, bitch! And just how did you learn this so-called truth behind Tenmataro? Alderman Cupid told me about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Tenmataro. Why would he share secrets like that with you, Mr. LaBelle? Because of the Alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. He appreciated it so much he shared the secrets with me. Wait, did he threaten the Alderman in the addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open the Forbidden Chambers. Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind Tenmataro. And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales, just as the superstitions say. Is upon Tenmataro, do not tell others if you see. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly! Telling others what Tenmataro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And ruin coming to the village if you free him. Is that a warning not to expose the truth? Do we not have the other scroll? Damn. Bingo! And the truth is Tenmataro is a great, inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetales is all about. Tenmataro is a great fortune? Come to think of it. Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. Could Tenmataro actually be... telling the villagers that Tenmataro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our ace attorney here hasn't uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Mayor Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tenmataro exists. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Tenmataro exists, huh? Mr. Petty LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony. Tragedy, far more greater than yours. So in other words, tragedy wouldn't occur at all if there was no Tenmataro. Yes, I suppose so, but that's wishful. This is Petty LaBelle, yes? Let's say, long as Tenmataro exists, huh? How's the mayor supposed to admit to his secret identity now? Well, we have to find a way to make him say it, or our entire case unravels. There must be a hole in LaBelle's testimony somewhere. The last bit of his testimony. Tragedy is doomed to repeat. Are we saying it's to steal it?
Objection!
Oh my god. Mr. Petty LaBelle, what if Tenmataro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Tenmataro no longer existed? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, apparently you haven't heard? Tenmataro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Tenmataro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure.
What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature.
A little goblin. We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kojo used to leave them at the scene of his crime. Are you suggesting that Tenmataro has been stolen? Yep, Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. You! I know! My beautiful golden Tenmataro was... The greed inspired by Tenmataro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma? Root of tragedy wouldn't indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Tenmataro, for he said to me the gold ingot was gone. The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Tenmataro's true form? Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Tenmataro is the yellowish object shown in there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetales Vale. In return for that gold my ancestors did receive from Ninetales Vale, land that would become Tenmatown. But drive the villagers mad with greed did the great fortune. Bitter was their greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became as cursed upon their village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was the yokai Tenmataro king to be. So Tenmataro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away. Fairy tale or not, Tenmataro made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say. Love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Ninetales Vale. I think so terrible that Tenmataro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenmatown would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger.
Oh my, that's quite a shocking lesson in history.
Mr. Mayor, now that we know Tenmataro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you? No, don't do it! Please, no! Begone, you demented demon! Now, where was, give me a second, let me get a sippy. The Golden Lord of Yokai, the amazing Ninetales, is indeed me. And that means Jinxie!
Yeah?
Where have you been this whole time? The man wearing the mayor's clothes, who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber, was he wearing the amazing Ninetales' mask? And why did you never tell us this in the first place?
He said he was going to reveal his secret identity. Alderman Hubie that day. So, loading screen could apply. So it really wasn't Papa I saw there, wasn't it?
It was Florence's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman. Yeesh. Rube Goldberg machines have less elaborate setups than LaBelle schemes. Is this our first reference to Rube Goldberg?
Yeah.
Damn. You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. Scrawl! The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman QB, but Fleur LaBelle did. How dare you! Essence! Ah! Ah! No! Ah.
Silence.
Oh god, no, it's Simon! Justice, Dono. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground? Huh? What's this guy want now? Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as through it, or butter. But you have only blind guesses. It's all blade incapable of cutting even a cake.
Yes, you there, Mr. Justice Dono. After all, evidence is everything in the court. Well,
But, they're right! Let's see some evidence. Of course, the perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. There we go. This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword. You will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any? Oh, crud.
Don't try to drop your pants.
Do I have evidence? It's the hair color that washes out of water. It's Florence Bello. He wouldn't need hair dye because he's wearing a mask. Oh, wait, are we saying he dyed his mask red? Oh, dyed his hair white? So that it... Wait, why was it white? My brain hurt now. Do I have evidence?
Which evidence haven't you used?
What?
Which evidence haven't you used?
The hairspray.
The thing about Ace Attorney,
It's the hairspray. I swear to
that
God.
might be a hand to be. Because every it gets used at least once in Ace Attorney games.
Evidence. Oh, yeah. I have evidence. You do?
You do?
Oh, okay. Hi, Megs. Of course!
Oh yeah, hi.
It's
Sorry,
just,
I'm
the it's just the conclusive evidence we need, too. I'm gonna finally prove Mayor Tenma's innocence. Here comes justice! Whoa!
Or Blackwell.
Whoa, anime moment! Let's review the facts. Oh my god, this is the fucking Danganronpa moment. This is the fucking, the most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Nine-Tails, but as we now know, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Nine-Tails is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Nine-Tails collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts that we have revealed. However, Mr. Petty LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. But he didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as you think he is. Whoa! Yeah, wait, what?
The mask? Because it was in the river?
Oh, I know, the Amazing Nine-Tails mask. It was found washed up along the river. This is straight up Danganronpa! What about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? What if I said... The hair is Warren LaBelle's! Yes! Now that's what I call conclusive evidence. Apollo, are you okay? Your eyes were crossed.
Mr. Justice? Do you have any conclusive evidence to present to the court?
Maybe. Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will.
How is that conclusive evidence?
It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Cubey.
Yes, but the amazing Ninetales, as we know, is mere 10, so...
That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Floor LaBelle! What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that!
Silence.
It would appear you coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type. Because he's busy. He's busy being one ludicrously garish color of one or another. No, Prosecutor Blackwell. It's you who has made a fatal error. What? Remember where this mask was found? It washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind, the fucking hairspray! The last piece of evidence will solve all the remaining riddles!
Take that!
Ah! That's...
What is...
This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. Wash this out with just water. Some pretty shitty hair dye. The court will also recall that the amazing Ninetales mask washed up along the side of the village river with white hair inside. Ugh. What's this? Are you saying that preening peacock's hair color is? That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. Hey, don't say that about people who dye their hair. But thanks to the river flowing through Ninetales Vale, we now have a real-life expose. Ah! The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. A DNA test is all we need to prove it. I don't know why we didn't already do this already, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it! Florent LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex Cubey. Look at the boy. He's so pretty. He looked kind of angry. Ew. Ew. Peasant. How dare you! Ah! Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. I'm going to exterminate you! No, my makeup!
I think he just
I think he's...
let out his load.
Yo, Joker moment. Epic Joker moment right now. He a ghost.
He's like,
Hello?
"Please, I'm out."
This is LaBelle. But the project is off. This is LaBelle. The SWAT is pulled out. LaBelle speaking. I'm fired. You mean I'm no longer Mayor Tenmazates? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me? $100 million? I'm finished! Washed up, stick a fork in me, I'm done! I can't match Megal's like awesome Tenate laugh. This is preposterous. I Simon Blackwell defeated. I can't get a good laugh out of me if it's not genuine.
Order! Order! Order in the court! Well, this is quite an unexpected outcome. I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. You really turned this case on its head. Just like the other lawyer. Naruhodo Ryochi.
Wait, that was a compliment, right?
Professor Blackquill, what have you done to Lawrence LaBelle?
The defaced man is withered like a flower without water. He died instantly. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler. Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as the Tenmataro. Does Taro mean gold in Japanese?
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so.
I believe
I
it's
don't
tin.
know.
However,
I believe
few are...
tin is,
I'm sorry, what?
I believe the Japanese word for gold is tin, but I may be wrong.
However, few are allowed in the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetales Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger. Wikipedia it. But the efforts of the amazing Ninetales saw those plans come to a halt. And thus LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma.
Yep, it's kin.
Okay.
The Japanese word for kin. So,
Alright.
I see. But what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place?
Money.
Mr. LaBelle doesn't look like someone who's in any need of financial aid.
LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with his makeup. He's mirrored in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such ferocity. Too bad for him, someone else had gone to it first anyway.
I see. Very well then. I believe it's time to declare a verdict. We find the court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma,
Not guilty!
not guilty.
We did it!
And from above, we
Squirrel!
Gumshoe just throwing the confetti.
Yes, Gumshoe is the one who makes all the confetti. Court is
We
adjourned.
wish Gumshoe would come. Court is adjourned.
Thank
With full conditions.
God! Are we gonna talk about the coat now? And how Apollo became an edgelord, anyway.
That was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Even if I didn't see that coming.
I just got lucky, I guess.
Banished Tenmatara from Ninetales Vale like you were some kind of exorcist.
Kinda reminds me of someone.
There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. LaBelle didn't kill Mayor Tenma, too? He could have set it up so the mayor murdered the alderman, then died from a counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment.
I was wondering about that.
It's because he's stupid, I don't know.
But I have a hunch LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning to expose the amazing Ninetales' true identity himself.
I do wish we could have gotten Bum Phoenix Raid. Huh? But why? As a costume.
But the mayor was the amazing Ninetales. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder. The wrestler's popularity would plummet once his identity was revealed.
Oh, I get it. If the Amazing Ninetales was just killed, he'd die a hero. But if he was proved a villain, his fans would have abandoned him, making the merger that much easier.
Right. That's when the merger was complete and everything had to go down. He'd be able to search the forbidden chamber at his leisure.
Sorry, real quick, I just want to turn down the music just a little bit.
What an insanely intricate plot.
Only in Phoenix Wright. Squirrel! A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval. Why acting like Taro again? Let this be of no concern to you. How can it not concern me? Squirrel! Jinxie, it seemed like ages since I've laid eyes on you.
Papa, you're fine with that!
Yes, it would seem Tamataro is no match for you.
I'm still not scared of that silly yokai anymore.
Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great?
Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore.
Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling? This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the amazing Ninetales will have to retire, though.
Aw, how come?
Once everyone hears I'm the amazing Ninetales, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people. I know the reason for my secret identity. I don't see how I could possibly continue. Temataro Redemption Arc.
I think you've misjudged yourself. Take a look outside.
Say, now that you mention it, what's all that noise out there? A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. Seems they wanted to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask, and to root for your return to a wrestling ring. Rootin'? For me? I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. I gotta burp.
The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how
excuse
cool
me.
you really are.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're the cool ones. You're out there. You're fighting in the ring, Papa.
Jinxie. Here. I think you'll be needing this. Go bludgeon someone with this. Now.
Take that!
Thank you. Now if you'll excuse me. Huh? I don't want to keep my fans waiting. Yeah, anime! Oh my god, oh Jesus. Con!
Ninetales Vale forever!
He's doing Con from Chainsaw Man.
No, he's doing his best imitation of King
Con!
from Tekken. Now he just needs to fight in a Waffle House.
I sure hope they can settle the problems between Tenma Town and Ninetales Vale.
Me too.
I'm sure they'll be fine, after all. The blackmailer / killer is behind bars, and the merger is no longer... Plus, the amazing Ninetales is obviously still pissed, and I suspect Ninetales Vale will be too.
That's all because we believed in ourselves. I mean, in our client. Just like you said.
Okay, people. Now that we've got that one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving.
Hamburger? Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Better keep eating, Apollo. Or you might have to start looking up at me.
Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours too.
Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time.
Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll grow is sideways. What? Damn! Fat shaming much?
Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce.
Really? Wow, I can't wait to see this.
Calories? Ha! Just let him try to stick on me.
Wait, hollow leg. Does that mean she has a prosthetic leg?
Possibly.
That's gonna
Alright.
come back anyway.
Alright, up. Ready, you two. Let's get going before the old man's shop closes.
Yeah, Eldoon!
Eldoon's Noodle. It's in an all-night stand, you know?
Guy Eldoon! I'm with Mr. Right. Let's go! He promised me free noodles last time. Like a couple years
I've
ago.
been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Well, what are we waiting for?
Noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two.
Yay! Thanks, boss. I won't let you down.
Athena has no idea what she's getting into. Mr. Eldoon's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls will kill, man.
So it's a Panera lemonade. Actually, wait, no. Starbucks lemonade.
That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us. The first time it made itself known was during the murder at
Themis.
Themis Legal Academy, thank you. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come.
Woo! Scraw! Bird up! Down. So Themis, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be. I think she's the goddess of justice. All right. For right now, let's go take a quick break. Let me just check the time right now. Do you guys want to take a break right now, or?
I only have to take a sippy.
Take a sippy. Because I can keep going. I can do this all night. Well, not really. Let's see. I wanna.
I'm barely awake.
Oh wow, we were only on the second episode, the second one. I didn't realize. Anyway, I'm gonna just change back to default. As much as Street Style and Clothes looks cool. Anyway. I'm ready to go. Turnabout Academy, let's go.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Hey, that's one of the outfits for, Athena. Oh my god, it's Danganronpa!
Well, this does take place in a high school.
Oh no, it's Danganronpa!
Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Bongo Bongo.
Yo, that song is a bop though, that theme song. Danganronpa. You cannot get me to play it though, ever. October 24th, 1:25 p.m. Themis Legal Academy.
Oh no, I'm gonna be late!
Anime! It's gotta, of course, gotta have high school.
Whew, finally! So this is it, the illustrious Themis Legal Academy. The place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. When news spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back, he received a call from this school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn something from the experience. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting here 30 minutes late.
Damn, Athena! Overslept. I get ya.
At least it's not all business today. After all, today's their school festival.
Is this taking place right after
That
the
is
last
important,
case?
which means it's important.
Okay. I think I know like a little bit. I've definitely seen the characters in this one.
Huh, cameo.
Wow, this place is school festival written all over.
Justicia's?
Literal.
Is it Justicia's
There's
diner?
the car.
Sorry, what? Oh. Okay, no, we're looking at.
But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are.
Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you.
Sounds like a mock trial is about to start, but where is this lecture hall? Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there.
But I want to look at the science now! Yep, I've seen this. That is a pretty high-tech school they got here. I mean, we are in the future, so... But we still use flip phones, anyway.
This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete.
Hey, Athena, over here. Look at our boys!
Mr. Wright, Apollo! I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting.
Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, seems Professor Court. Aha, hilarious, has yet to arrive. Oh my god. Yeah, I've seen this dude. Hell, I don't know how to, ooh. I don't know if I want... Okay.
How unprofessional of her to keep our visitors to our esteemed institution waiting. I shall make her right, I will not. Oh, what do we have here?
It's Socrates!
Alright, you haven't introduced yourself. Yes. Oh, you must be the young lady, Mr. Wright, with television.
Oh, haha, haha.
I am a... So...
Aristotle means...
Aristotle means a professor of this hallowed hall of life.
Right time period, different philosopher.
That's a weird thing to have on a nipple.
Yeah, that is a... Ah!
I oversee the lawyer force here. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself.
It makes sense. Most of the important characters are Greek. Apollo.
It's nice to meet you.
We have the Phoenix, Athena, Themis. Anyway.
Oh, how wonderful. So vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Ugh!
Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though.
Please don't smile at me ever again. Looks like the mock trial is about to begin. What are you gonna do about our meeting?
Oh, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Oh, I thought that we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened?
You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Well, it seems I have a better explain the situation. Thank you, Professor.
Hey, have you seen our badge? We're a lawyer.
With your magnificent presentation technique, both for trading and speed will be in.
Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence too?
Absolutely. The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach you.
Oh, please stop smiling at me.
I believe Mr. Wright and others like him make extensive use of them.
You do, boss?
Well, to some degree, I guess.
It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought.
Hey, we keep showing our badges because we need to prove we are lawyers. Is this guy related to that Brushel dude from last game?
I
No,
don't
he doesn't have the
think
means
so.
to- doesn't have the means to be related.
Yeah.
Now, does anyone have?
I do, Professor. Could you tell me your school?
Well, what an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking.
He's not smiling. You can't say that.
You're afraid our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the shippers course, and future judges take the Santa Claus course.
The what course?
Santa Claus. You will grow a magnificent beard one day.
Wow, you have everything here for someone who seriously wants to pursue a career in law. I'm not sure what shipping has to do with it, though.
You know how we got Naramitsu shipping? Well, the right work ship. There's also the ship between
Phoenix.
the prosecutor of Phoenix and Edgeworth, Apollo Justice, and his first prosecutor. Like,
Oh,
And
yeah.
technically, we don't count Naruhodo and Venzeeks because Venzeeks is hella old.
but you get my point. Shipping thing.
Technically, spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil the Great Ace Attorney, but anyway.
After all, we are treated to a lecture by the legendary Phoenix Wright. We can wait with all about his return to the legal.
We'll do the same thing like we did for the Showtime one. We'll wait until a dead body shows up.
Giving a lecture, Mr. Wright, but you're not even a professor.
Yes, I'm just giving them what they want.
Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today?
Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting. With the head of the judge, of course. Constance Court.
Great name. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at like that. I love his front-facing, tired face. That's great. I gotta do the Apollo hair spikes. I'll do it one day.
Professor Court. He is a wonderful instructor, but quite uncomfortable.
Oh, so that's who's late.
From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture.
A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
Project Field Training. Why, it involves the very skills that make a lawyer a lawyer. The angle of shouting obsession. The
And
proper
Igai!
way to straight- But how to protect one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that again? Oh, a wonderful question. You've earned yourself a gold star.
Ding!
The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. Good luck.
I swear to God, please.
That's at stake at this mock trial. The crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The student in the lawyer course and the top student of the shepherd's course. Face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge, course student, and based on the case on that.
Acting!
Ooh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling!
So, if the student trying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. Or what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so but there's no need. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just.
Shut up, damn you!
But who exactly? Well, that's a special surprise.
Shut up!
A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be.
Swear to God. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. Oh.
Oh.
I'm Juniper Woods. Oh, it's the girl from the first one. A senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly, since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech. Would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? It's the girl from the first trial.
Oh my!
Oh my!
How organized of you, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Ding!
But what about Professor Quark? I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper.
Yes, of course, Professor Means.
Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you?
Hmm? Then, Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe.
Did you know each other? Now that's a way.
We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie?
Yes. Well, we lived close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together.
Yeah, like a lot. Why won't you look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Don't you hate that feeling when you meet someone you haven't seen since high school and you just awkwardly look at each other? It's like, I've had that at work. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed.
That's a very part of this curriculum, after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I need to learn how to read.
Apollo, why don't you take my place?
What? Really?
Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet Professor Quart as soon as he gets there.
Aw, no fair. I want to see the mock trial too.
Sorry.
I let Apollo pull what little rank he has, if that's okay, with Professor Means.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, got the burps.
And he likes it.
Please
Of
don't.
course, it's what you... That's what you wish. It's settled then. Well, check the full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention.
Being the new kid sure stinks.
If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor.
Still no Professor Court. And there is a bar and it's been over 30 minutes. And Mr. Wright's snoozing away on the sofa.
Quick, hit his head! Hit him in the head with the fire extinguisher!
This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial.
The fire extinguisher is still his phone.
Eek! What was that?
Athena, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. Go running, they'll think it's you.
Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside.
Oh, well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall.
Okay.
Now I want to go see the sign. Okay. 67th School Festival.
Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom.
It's for the stage play of Phoenix Wright, which is awesome. Go look it up on YouTube. It's amazing.
Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand.
What?
Dead body!
Eek!
I love dead bodies! Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor!
Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with?
Yeah, Ace Attorney Turnabout Spotlight. It's a stage show about a stage show. And it is magical. Let me send it on... I'm gonna just send it in a gaming talk. It is a Japanese theater have it different. Hit hard.
It looks like our meeting has been canceled for us.
No way, this can't be real. I called the police. They should be here soon. I'll go tell everyone in the lecture hall too.
Oh wait, they'll find out soon enough once the police get there. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded here.
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
No, so let's do it as fast as possible.
It's no big deal, as long as we have it exactly like we found it. Plus, no, never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the crime scene is still fresh.
But... okay, you're the boss.
Baba. Baba. I would like to look at body.
We should start putting the body. I wonder what's the best angle for this.
Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. What's the... It's right stick. Okay. Let's look at the... Wait. Da-da-da-da-da! So much stuff! Zoom and enhance.
Ugh, I guess I really do have to examine the body. Well, guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer.
Is anything strange about the body? It could deep breath and have a good look.
Well, now that you mentioned it, there's no blood around it.
Yet the victim body is cold, and rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Port was murdered. You can even see the marks on her arms. Looks like she was tied.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Handcuffed or rope.
More likely rope.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial.
Wait, then doesn't that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall.
Definitely a possibility. Anything else?
Her arms are raised over her head and there are dark bruises around her wrists.
Yeah, the prosecutor was probably tied up with something.
Eventually, her wrists were unbound, and as she reached up to stretch, she was killed? Actually, I'm not so sure about this theory.
Well, there's not exactly a lot to go on.
Here, she got the holy Bible. She got the Bible.
No, that's just Super Mario Brothers manual.
Okay. Or for The Legend of Zelda.
What do we have here? A book? Guessing it fell out of her chest pocket.
Wait, what if it's her diary? That's the most private thing a girl has.
True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Clark.
No, don't!
Routine report. Need to speak with Hugh O'Connor. Meet with Hugh about the report yesterday. Important. Prep mock trial fire confirmation. Mr. Wright training seminar. Mock trial begins. We have a timeline! Woo!
Looks like more like a planner than a diary. Everybody seems different. Seems to have the same sword mark imprinted on that.
I still think a girl deserves her privacy, but this may help us solve the case.
Now for the obvious.
Ugh. There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common, but arrow wounds?
This is a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands.
A
A
murder?
murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. Well, that, the bow that shot it.
Right, but where could the killer have shot from her? This stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this so much stuff around.
Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow?
Yes, it would.
I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions.
It is stained with blood.
I think that's about all we're going to find out from the body for now.
Miss Recordina, your face had only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. What?
What?
50 shades.
Motherfucker. Inappropriate. Spray bottles. Phoenix, go to jail.
You can even check the history.
X, there we go. Shame on you! Shame! Spritz. Anyway.
I guess it's probably a fantasy of his.
With Edgeworth,
should
anyway.
probably take a picture of the crime scene, just in case.
Okay, I'm on it.
Actually, Clavier is more into the chains, anyway.
Say cheese.
Dead bodies can't smile, Athena.
Cheese. And
As far as you know.
And I thought I was the one with the sense of humor.
Technically speaking, the Joker does paint smiles or force smiles on dead bodies, and that one with Michael Keaton.
Smilex. Yeah, I think that should do it.
Alright, let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive.
Ooh, hello.
This pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of that noise we heard.
There were supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I think they recall hearing that a quote from the Fine Art Club had made it.
We do know that also.
There were 2? Then that thing over there is the remains of another statue?
We know that Phoenix is also. He used to be a fine art student until he wanted to become a lawyer. My man.
This could be related to the case. Let's take a closer look.
Poke.
There's something buried in the rubble. The Demi's Herald?
Wait, we shouldn't disturb it. Let's just read what we can.
Ba-da. Ba-da.
Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart.
I think they're trying to
Confess
their
their. Everyone loves Juniper.
Hugh O'Connor has declared that he will confess to her if he wins.
Yet the prosecutor
And the other girl, she will also declare her love.
Wait, what? I seriously wish I had read that.
You find that more shocking than evidence that in discovering a murder victim's
Look,
body.
we're talking about my friend Judy here. She'd never lead guys on like that.
Athena, you don't believe everything you read, do you? That article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it.
You're right, but it's still disturbing, even if it's third-rate tabloid material.
Doo-doo. What's the other stuff? There's one other thing I could poke at. There we go.
Wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was reddish-purple in color.
When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already up, but they were covered up. I bet they were
No, excuse
waiting to unveil them when the school moved here to the stage.
You mean this duffel bag-looking thing was actually being used to cover the statues? I guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose? What a puzzle this is.
Mr. Wright, Athena.
Oh, here comes Apollo. I've never seen anyone move so fast.
Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced the body has been found on campus.
Yeah, about that.
That's right, and we're the ones that told him in.
Wait, what?
We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over there.
What? Can you show me? Yo, I love dead bodies. What the?
He was
We've
born in
already
Indiana.
had a quick look at the body. It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here,
No, I know it's a homicide. I'm shocked because it's the same, exactly the same.
Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean.
It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial.
What? It's like the mock trial.
I know. It sounds crazy, but the body's location and position, the murder weapon, lack of pooling blood. It's exactly like the mock trial.
You're kidding, right? It can't really all be the same, can it?
This is fucking Danganronpa. I swear to God. This is the shitty arcade game from the second one with the fucking gravel bag with the swimsuit. It was a stupid case. It dragged on for way too long.
The whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today.
A murder on campus. That's the last thing I expected at a legal academy.
I'm going to tell Professor Means what we observed when discovering the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police.
Look at I love Apollo's angry face.
Yes, boss.
I can't believe this is happening.
I can't believe we have to wait around here. I can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing.
Athena! Athena! There you are!
Junie, am I glad to see you? I was worried that...
Don't worry about me. I'm the student council president after all. I need to be strong.
Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy.
Juniper, was it? You mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, we're stuck here waiting for the police, and there's not really much to do.
Sure. What would you like to know? Hey, have you seen my badge? It tells you I'm a lawyer. That's your attorney's badge, isn't it? I really envy you, you know? That gold sunflower really suits you.
Thanks, but I know you'll make a fabulous judge someday, Junie.
Thank you. But what if I become a judge? I'll never have one of those sunflower badges.
Wait, so she only envies me for the badge?
It is a very pretty badge. It tells you if you're a lawyer.
I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. What's it been, 7 years or so?
Yes, and I remember how you were always there for me, Athena.
Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Theta? I liked it better that way. It felt like we were sisters, you know?
Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly.
She was never this stiff and formal before. I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. It's such a prestigious school, and you're in the judge courts to boot.
Yes, and Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know.
Oh, right. Professor Court was the professor in charge of Junie's course.
What sort of teacher was Professor Court? If I had to sum her up in a single word, I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra, and she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of law.
What's wrong with your school? What did you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Am I imagining things, or did I just detect something in Junie's voice?
Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial.
Oh? You mean all of the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected? That's amazing, Junie.
Oh, thank you. And now, Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me.
Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while. So she's still got that cough. Guess she's not as strong as she pretends to be. Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor?
Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as a framework. All the details about the incident and the people involved are included in the script. We also prepared a crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence.
Wow, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready.
Yeah, well, it was only Professor Cord and I. After all, we didn't have the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details.
Must have been a big pain in the... it must have been really difficult.
I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way the defense and the prosecution both had an equal chance of winning.
Heh. If you think that's all she's capable of, yeah, another thing coming.
Huh? Who said that?
Oh, we gotta voice all three of these weirdos.
Who's doing who?
Who wants to do
Good
who?
question.
Who wants to be angry lady and who wants to be watered down Edgeworth?
I thought that was a dude.
The angry guy? The angry girl? She got the lashes.
Yeah.
She got the lashes and the...
Yeah.
I'm assuming too much, I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's just probably just as bad for me since I assumed it was a dude.
Well, we'll see.
It did say love triangle. It said love triangle, so I thought, and especially since we're both going for...
Who knows? It could be a girl too. You don't know. Except I don't think
Maybe-
Pinch was as progressive at this time yet. Anyway.
Yeah, the Japanese society aren't exactly
The greatest.
happy to see amount of pride. That's why I assumed it was a dude.
Anyway.
Then again, they queer code two prosecutors, so
Yeah.
they might have some progression.
Who knows?
And the guy could be
We can only
gender
hint
fluid.
so that we can make the gay people happy.
I guess I'll do discount Edward. Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script.
Megals, do you want to be Angie?
Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man!
I think I found a rival to my cords of steel.
Hugh, Robin, aren't you going to introduce yourselves to our guest? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely.
You're right. I heard Mr.
Ooh.
West be bringing a couple of guests with him.
Ooh, this is a funky beat.
That would be useful. Hollow Justice at Anna in the sites.
Yep. I'm Athena Sykes.
And I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you.
Passed on the hinge.
Dude, come on, that's rude.
I'm studying to be a lawyer. My name is Hugh O'Connor. But some call me Mr. Perfect because I never score less than 100% on tests.
Ugh, most pretentious introduction ever. What's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh.
I have a skin condition.
Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry. Here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman.
He's got like, I'm gonna just say they for now, for a while. They got like springs on their like backpack or whatever they got.
And training restraints.
Ah,
I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity?
oh my god, it's Chiaki from, from Ensemble Stars. Okay, it's a guy, alright, whatever.
So he makes pottery too? And what's the bracelet contraption for?
A training brace.
It binds me to this world. Judy sure has made some unusual friends.
These two were the lawyer and the prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant.
Final act at Torrent Love Triangle centered on Campus She-Double Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student. We'll go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the She-Devil's Black Heart.
Well, you know what? If Robin's name is Robin, I'm going to just code Robin as they, them. Robin's a gender-neutral name.
Wait, these two are the guys who supposedly have a thing for Junie?
Come on. Hey, you know, sir, come on. Your role's way beyond that.
That's right! The mock trial's just the start. She's also the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas! Woo!
I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All of the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so...
My Junie singing on stage in front of people? Wow, she really has changed.
Okay, I think now is a perfect time to stop. We got all of our head suspects for now. I feel. Oh, I think I just got spoiled. Anyway, shh, no one saw that. Anyway.
I saw nothing.
Anyway.
I wasn't even looking at it.
Yes, I will save again. Everyone stop looking! Back to menu. I feel like now it's a good time for next week so then we can fully go head on Crazy Town Banana Pants Trial 3.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if we do not see Edgeworth in this one, I'm gonna cry. We probably won't. We're never gonna see him again. For a while.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Blackwell was using some animations that Edward used.
I was thinking that he was kind of copying like Edgeworth's like head tilt that he does sometimes.
He also has the same bird and finger wag.
I haven't seen the finger wag yet. He's got his like, oh well, yeah, he does that with the push-up on the glasses. He got a Clawdor, Professor Kuro, not Professor Kuro, Captain Kuro. I started doing that too. I started pushing my glasses up with my palm instead of my fingies. Cause I'm a weirdo and a weeb.
Well, you can always use the middle finger if you want to feel cheeky.
I'm too, like, weird and awkward and I don't want to get in trouble at work for that.
Who says you have to do it at work?
True. I can do it in the comfort of my home. I mean like this. I've been doing this because my glasses have gotten loose. And just a whoop. Anyway, that'll be all for tonight. Go watch Spotlight Turnabout. It's on YouTube. It's 2 hours because it's a stage play. It's really funny, and it also has subtitles as well. And it just makes me want to, like, write my own, like, Phoenix Wright trial. I got an idea in my head. It's the one of, like, what if Irene Adler was in, the Great Ace Attorney? Except...
You're probably gonna win.
What?
You first.
No,
I
no.
was gonna say, yes, that you make your own attorney.law for your channel.
Attorney... Oh. Wait, what do you mean? Well, I had the idea of making it a YouTube video of what if Irene Adler was in the Great Ace Attorney when I got better at editing and stuff. But
Well, what I'm getting at is that there's a you know there's a reason why they have the animations and the green screen effect, right? It's to give
they did
effort-
also make a fans I think made like a itch.io of the 3D, I think. Where you can where instead of it just being trial and trial, it's also like clues and court case and like actual like level progression. I don't know if they have it for the Great Ace Attorney though. Also, when I talked to the Phoenix Wright Reddit about Irene Adler, apparently Irene Adler was actually only talked about in like 2 books.
Oh, what I meant is objection.lol.
Oh yeah, that too. But I don't. Does it have Great Ace Attorney characters in it?
Well, I've seen a few objection.lols, and they have 3 models for a bunch of characters.
Objection.lol. But the Irene Adler thing, it was gonna be a whole thing about it being a stage show and whatever. I don't see Naruhodo on here. Anyway, that's gonna be all. I got